At this point, I've written 4 different nonfiction books, all self-published. They haven't been New York Times bestsellers or anything like that, but the utility that they offer to my business in order to get customers and get more clients a lot easier is night and day difference if you weren't an author. Because think about this. The key word to authority is author. So I'm going to show you how I've self-published multiple books, including my children's book, Carter's Credit Lesson, and how it can help you improve your client acquisition, how it can help you improve how you're perceived in your marketplace, and some of the benefits that come along with it. So the most important part when it comes to writing your book and making sure that you get the most out of it is understanding who your target audience is. We're not writing the next How to Win Friends and Influence People. We're not writing the next 4-hour work week. We're not writing the next Rich Dad, Poor Dad, at least not for our first book. What we're going to do is we're going to serve a specific audience and we're going to help them get a specific goal, whether it's you offer some kind of financial service, whether you offer a fitness service, whatever it is. We're going to help a very specific group of people accomplish a specific goal, because that's what's going to allow your book to get in more people's hands. Once it's too vague and it's motivational or anything else, and you don't have any accomplishments to back what it is that you're talking about in theory, then it's going to be really difficult to become the next How to Win Friends and Influence People or Rich Dad, Poor Dad or anything like that. I'm not saying you can't, but this is a practical guide on how to use your book to get more clients, get more customers, and how to publish the book. So this book that you see right here, The Credit Reset, this has helped me sign up over 500 different credit clients at one time, having $397 a month memberships sold because I gave this book away for free. This was initially published by my, it's not my publishing company, but the people that I work with. They Outskirts Press, they're a self-publishing company. You pay them a package and boom, you get your book published. I think it's a lot more efficient to publish it on your own without the help of a company. That's just what I did when I started out, was work with a publishing company, but it is much more efficient to just do it on your own because you can control the cost of the printing, how often you get them printed, and you can stack different companies against each other to see what can get you the best quality, the best return on your investment, so on and so forth. So when I wrote this book, Carter's Credit Lesson, this is completely self-published by me. The printing company is someone that I work with, my ISBN. You're going to need a few things in order to get your book up and running. The first, obviously, you're going to need some kind of manuscript and get it edited through either Upwork or Fiverr. It doesn't really cost a whole lot of money to get book editing services. I would also put the book through AI, like a Grammarly or ChatGPT, to get some of the errors and the confusing sentences out of the book, because once it becomes too confusing, then you're going to lose a lot of readers, and you want as many people to read as far into the book as they can so that they can do business with you later, if that makes sense. So you want the book to be incredibly simple. You want it to be so simple that a child can understand it. That's how you know you have a good nonfiction book about whether it's finances, real estate, taxes, whatever service that you offer currently. You want to make it so easy to understand that a child can understand it, because most people are children in your field. What I mean by that is they don't have the same level of understanding that you do about your product, service, or industry. So why would you talk to them or write just to make yourself seem smarter? Why would you talk to them and write in terms that they wouldn't understand? I make it so incredibly simple. Even sometimes when grown adults read the Carter's Credit Lesson, they were like, shoot, I needed that book myself. So simple to understand. So you want to make it incredibly simple to understand and get all the extra confusing stuff out of the book. You can go to Upwork.com, Fiverr. You can use Grammarly to edit up your book. And then you're going to want to get it formatted. Once you get it formatted, it's going to be easy to get it printed by any printing company. But once you get it formatted, You're going to go through Fiverr, Upwork, all those freelancer websites, and you're going to get it done for a really good price. Once you get it done for a good price, then you can start shopping for different printing services, people that can help you, or companies that can help you print your book at a cost effective and at a, it's got to be cost effective and it has to be quality. You don't want your books falling apart. You want them to last. This book is so old. This is actually the first copy of the Credit Reset that I ever received. This was back in 2020, and I've read through it a lot. It's been in a lot of hands and it's still in great shape. So you want to do a quality control. You can request a sample from all of these printing companies. They usually charge for the samples like 50 to $100, and they send it right to you and what it would look like if they printed it out in mass for you. Each company is different. So make sure you shop around to figure out which company works for you best based on how many units that you want to order of your book. My recommendation before you even order any units of the book is you want to get some kind of like the sample book that I was just talking about. You want to get something like that, and you want to start promoting the book. You want to have a wait list put together or do pre-sales, something along those lines, because that's going to cover your costs of printing the book later on. This is what I did when I first wrote my first book, Cracking the Code. Before I had even seen a physical copy, I just turned on my camera, put up a funnel, start running ads, start reaching out to influencers, start emailing my email list for pre-sale that came with some kind of bonus, a course, a PDF, whatever. It can come with some kind of bonus that you can give them that day. But the cash that you collect, you can use it for your printing so you don't overspend on the amount that you're going to print out for your book. And then once you have all that, you're going to need some other stuff like your ISBN. There's a bunch of different websites that you can go to. Just type it in on Google and you'll find a bunch of different websites so you can register your book. This is just so they can keep track of it and you can list it on places like Amazon. And speaking of Amazon, you're going to want to get something set up with them. And once you get physical copies of your book and send them into the Amazon FBA facility, you're going to spend, this is what I did, spend $50 to $100 a day advertising the book. You should get a solid return on investment if your book solves a specific problem. Because when people type in books on credit repair, books on taxes, books on real estate, yours can come up first and you can start building up some reviews and building up some social proof that you can later on use for your free plus shipping offer, or whether you're going to give away the book for free or not. That's completely up to you. I'm just talking about the things that I did in order to sell so many copies. So self-publishing, I'll leave some of the places that I use to print my books and the companies that I use so you get an idea. For all my formatting, for my book covers, everything. This entire book was drawn by someone on Fiverr. I think the total cost to get this entire book done and drawn out like this was $700. Very small price to pay for an asset that's going to pay you for the rest of your life, for an asset that's going to bring in more customers. For me, I use this book to help me get into churches, community, organized events, schools, so I can talk more about what it is that I do, and I can do it in a non-threatening way that can help the community. That same approach can be used for whatever product or service that you have, whatever product or service that you have. Then once you have all those things set up, continue to promote. You got to be so aggressive in the promotion of your book that it's almost unreasonable. You have to really start to brainwash yourself that everybody in this room, everybody in this zip code, everyone in this city, everyone in this state, whoever, wherever, they all need this book, or they know someone who needs it. That kind of conviction is going to get the book in the hands of more people. That kind of conviction is going to get you more clients for your business. It did for me. So this is the method and the ways that I go about self-publishing my books to sell thousands of copies. If you guys want more content, follow me on Instagram. Peace.